Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. A little bit of an easy design, but a little bit complicated. But if you do it the way I'm going to show you, draw an ellipse holding down your control button. We're going to make this thing 10 inches. I got my ratio locked, so it's 10 by 10. I'm going to change my nudge factor to 5 because I wanted exactly half of it. Now take this one and fill it in with a smart fill, but then take your virtual segment delete key and delete that. And instead of using this, I'm going to use this, because if we look, this is two objects because we got an inside line and an outside line. Go to effects and blend. We're just going to blend them 8 times. I got a little bit of a wiggle I'm going to try to figure out. I don't really know what that problem is. Select it. It doesn't really show up in the original or the finished version. Go up to object and break the blend apart. Select it again, go to object and ungroup it. Then select it all and get your artistic media tool set with this thin line on each end. Select it and then either go up or down. I don't know why Corel does that, but you can make it thinner or thicker. Now, the reason I made this one is we're going to left click, right click, because it's a little bit hard to rotate this thing without doing this. So we're going to Control D and make a duplicate, and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. Now, there is a node. It's real hard to get this thing where you want it, but if you'll, let me zoom in here. If you'll grab it with your pick tool and go along the line till you see a node. Well, I was thinking it was right in here. Tell you what, you could grab your shape tool. There's the node right there. I was way off base. So go down here to see. There it is. And then if you'll get this close, it'll snap to that other node. Now take this and Control D and duplicate it. Well, you know what? I'm going to Control G first to group that together, then Control D. And let's mirror it both ways. And you can kind of get that node again. Let's get a little closer first. That node was somewhere right in there. And see, it kind of snaps that other node. Now, Control G to group. Control G to group. Let's hit P and put it in the center of the page. Let's bring in indexing lines so we know how to rotate this thing, because it'll be a lot easier if we do this, and it should snap to that edge. So I'm using the other one as a guide. There we go. Now, the reason I put it in the center of the page, Control D to duplicate, double click on the rotation so you don't have to do that every time, and then rotate it 90 degrees. And then Control D, Control D. Now, what I want to do now is nudge this out of the way. Well, I selected the right one. I wanted to nudge this out of the way so I could get rid of that. And then we Control G to group it and take away the indexing lines. And let's put a yellow box around it just to make it stand out a little bit. Pretty cool. Hope that helped you a little bit and gave you some ideas, and thank you for watching.